Well, here's a maybe not that long overdue update, but it's a pretty long one. We're April 8th. We're just hair after 8 o'clock. Update. Let's see here. Everything you pull in the shop takes twice as long. As you can see, the bean planter's now in the shop. Brought it in. It'll be in the weeks this Friday. It won't be here that long, but it'll be 2 weeks this coming Friday. But it will not be here that long. It'll be out of here. Got very few things to do. Well, I got to clean the screen on the main liquid part. I got to do it. I'm putting the other screens back in it now in the rows. I'm doing that. Readjust the depth from double crop, make sure they're all the same. But I got to do that picked up. Bean meters are in. It's ready to plant beans, basically. So that part's ready. Just like I said, the liquid part's got to do. Gonna hook it up and run it here after a bit, very shortly. Just fire it up, let it run. Because I changed the filters. When I brought it down here, I changed the filter. I didn't run it. I just changed the filters. Changed the one gearbox. So need to run it. Add oil back into it. Let it set. We're to that stage. Conveyor. That piece that we got off was all bent to crap. Mechanic was up at that taking. He took it down there to Casey with him to get one. I got some parts to take back. I'm going to grab it when I go down there. Maybe after lunch today. I don't know. I got a guy coming to fix some damage, which I'll speak on that here in a few. New conveyor belts in. That was a pain in the butt to get done. It's done. So new belt. But I can't. I'm running off kilter right now, so I can't run it anymore till I get that. I got to put the had to take this off to get the belt to come together. Together as well for mini bulks. I think my skid steer will work to fill a mini bulk or to fill a pro box. Use a pro box to put right in my hopper. I think it'll work. The bean planter, I'm more concerned. Just kind of my thought is something if you ain't gonna have. To avoid me changing the conveyor around real quick if we're not going to plant a bunch. And all that to figure it out. But the conveyor wouldn't be there. But anyway, my hopes I use it if I use it a few times a year and it works, it's fine. It would be better with a taller skid steer to make work better, but it will hopefully work better than I'm hoping. And with the corn planter, I can set down on the ground kind of and make it work better, set it down in a hole. But anyway. Bean planter. Brought it down here, it would not unfold. I monkeyed with it, couldn't figure it out. Berkey's come up here the next day, or well, that would have been Monday, after Monday. Looked and just, I thought controller was offline, what it kind of said to me. Couldn't find nothing's up here a couple hours. Came back the next day. Case told him some things to look at. Could not find it. Anyway, which it was up in the air and I can't do anything. So I'm just sitting here looking at it. Frustrated again, as you can't do anything. Which is all greased too. But the PTO shaft, just nothing about that, sorry. So they came back Friday and just really tracing a bunch of wires. Another guy in the shop said, hey, just something's amiss. I don't get it. I don't get it. There's a display cable. It says display on it that I had plugged in from the 2020. He just accidentally tapped it and the monitor come on. Everything come on like it was supposed to. So that was the whole problem the whole time. Just right place, right time, however you want to say that, and that was the whole stupid problem. Which I didn't have tape over it, so I assumed it went back in. I guess it was my mess up for not putting tape on it to say I don't need it, but we unplugged it. The display still worked in the 2020, so we didn't really understand that, but whatever, it's working. Like I said, we're getting down to the short rows. But anyway, be a week ago Wednesday night. Nice day, well, not a nice day, warm, muggy day. We finished cleaning out a bean bin that we'd had down. Oh man, we'd had it down to the bottom since, I'm going to say January, February area, somewhere in there. So went out and got it cleaned out. Elevator come got a load. We used our truck to go finish it off because we had more in there than we thought, which was a good thing. So they came, got it, left, no big deal. That night was there at the house. Oh, it was in that 6:30, 7 o'clock. When they were saying it's supposed to get pretty wicked, or could. All of our phones went off. Tornado warning. It was saying the tornado was between Westfield and Casey, moving northeast. In my head, I quickly think, I'm like, that's heading right for us. That's potentially heading right for us. Take shelter and all that, and just kind of some things I'd seen. It's like, we need to get the hell out of here. Sorry for the language. We need to vacate here. We need to leave. That was our idea. Everything south, it wasn't bad. My seed guide went to his mom's an hour or before that, and we'd messaged him that, hey, we're leaving. It don't sound good. And he said, yeah, I hear it don't sound good right now. She's 10 minutes south, 12 minutes south, give or take. I mean, I've got to be close. So we all pile in the car, grab the dog, and man, walk outside, and it is just eerie quiet. I mean, could hear a pin drop, and didn't think about it till after we got back home, and it's like, ooh, that was a sign. And landlord's daughter had said, and I noticed it but didn't think about it, that the sky was looking green, and it was. I mean, I couldn't figure out the color, what the deal was, and after she said it there that next morning, I'm like, oh man, that was the sign. Anyway, we left, went east to here, and started going south, and then we no more than got 2 miles from here, moving east, and it just unloaded. I mean, I'm talking tanker loads of water just being dumped on us. And was still a little bit of light, still looking. And as we're going south on a side road, I don't have a picture of it. It was on another lady's. We didn't take a picture of it. We were all too mesmerized and thinking, oh crap, what did we do? What did we do? And funnel cloud, I don't know. I can't say for sure, but it looked eerie. Well, we went, ended up thinking, let's just go to Marshall. Well, we went by a buddy's place, and that would make us turning back east towards town. And the power poles are off to my right. The wind's coming, hitting the right side of the car. I mean, you can feel the car kind of tossing around because the wind's blowing hard. And at that time, we had my phone on Facebook Live of a channel, I think 3 it is, in Champaign. He's just live streaming it the whole time, telling us all about it, like he's mentioning Clark County, Dawson Township, and it's like, oh boy, this ain't good. And so anyway, we got past the one guy's house I know, and looked up was watching up ahead, and a buddy's sister lives there now, where her house is being built right now. And round in there, I seen sparks flying. I'm like, nope, we need to get out of here, because them lines are going this way. So we got out of there, and they wondered who the people were driving around. Well, that was us driving around, and when they found out who it was, he should have come in. Well, we just didn't know what to do. So anyway, we got out of there, raced back the other way to get back where the power lines would be to the left of us, to feel a little more secure in case they broke. Did that, and then we crossed 70, and then it kind of cleared up, or not cleared up, but it really kind of quit. And then we went about 2 more miles, and it just unloaded again, just kept unloading. And we're like, okay, this ain't good. And we end up getting to where she lives, or close to where she lives, and it just it was blowing around, but very, very minute. a little bit of rain. It really slacked up a lot time we got there. I mean, that's a process of 25 minutes, give or take. And then we just stayed around that area a little bit. And then we got to where we kind of parked a little bit. And the one weather guy said, well, if you're in Dawson Township or the town of Dawson, take shelter. There's a funnel cloud and we're seeing debris shield around it. And it's like, ooh, that's just west of us, or west of where we live. So we sat there a few more minutes, and then they said they're all clear. You're okay in Dawson now. Well, I end up saying, well, hey, let's just go up this way. We'll just go up this way back towards home. We'll just go up this way, and we'll kind of sightsee our way home. So we was driving up in there. Oh God, we went 10 mile probably. So we're back to where kind of my area, however you want to say it. Next thing I hear is a wife screaming. The power lines are broke down, are snapped in two, and just barely caught it. Yeah, power lines wasn't down. I mean, the power lines was attached. It just broke the poles off. So we got turned around. There was a turn back around, right back behind us. So we turned around there, and I'm like, well, I'm going to go on down further. I don't want to go here in case there's damage on this side over. Let's just go down further around, and maybe we'll angle farther away. That'll put us closer to home. We'll be okay. So we did. Well, we flagged another guy down that was heading for the same way. So he followed us around, told him where to go. And then, meantime, looking up when we got up to Clarksville Road, looking off to the west, I'm like, man, there's a lot of cars up there stopped. Brake lights are on. I'm like, okay, something's happened. Let's just go look. We followed the guy. I got a little closer, which I'll go out and show you. There's two of them here. One of them will have to post on YouTube somehow, however you want to post a picture, because it's still upside down. But yeah, we had a tornado come through. It actually, I think, was an EF2 or 1. Was not on the ground all the time. We did find that out. Just how it did some things. But as I'm walking out here, this wagon right to the front of me took the damage the most that we got home. The wooden sideboards, it tore up them. I'm walking closer, so just give me a minute, guys. You'll see where part of the shed smacked it. Now that's minor. I mean, that's minute what did it. There's another piece there that did it. And I think that's it. Yeah, I think that was already there anyway. This wagon was on the south side of the building. And this jack was sunk in the ground. But the wagon was at a 25-degree angle. Like, it picked the wagon up, and we're assuming took the jack, brought it backwards in the ground more, and locked and secured it, and then that wagon picked it up and just kind of shoved it to a 25 degrees. Which they're heavy. I mean, not saying they're not heavy, but that's what saved it from moving. There is no jack in it. This wagon was, well, there was no barn left, but this wagon was outside of the building facing north and south. That's the first thing I saw. It's like, how is that wagon? Then the wife said, well, hey, the shed's gone. And yeah, like, this wagon got flipped or got turned and did a 90. And basically it was close to the mailbox. So yeah. But it has no jack. It wasn't secured to the ground, or wasn't tied to the ground, if that makes sense to y'all. We got an orange Kill Brothers that's on its side, flipped over. But there is two U-clamps that hold the wooden deal to the frame, if that makes sense. I have to probably show you, really. But we can't find the U-bolts. We cannot find them U-bolts. Like, gone. The other ones that are there, the back two that are still there, like, they are very, very, very loose right now. But the front ones are gone. Like, gone. We can't find them. Now, they may be in the debris pile somewhere. We don't know, but we cannot find them, period. We think the bottom pipe might be tweaked. I don't know. I got a guy coming to look at it and seeing about some parts. Now the tongue. And I told the landlords that live right across the road, they had 3 windows knocked out from debris from the shed. Went to their house. Now, luckily, I mean, what we can figure out, it was trying to yank the top off the wagon and just take the box with it. Didn't get it done, thank God, because that would have been I just kind of picture the movie Twister and you see debris, but it's actually a combine. I mean, I can't fathom seeing a wagon flying at you. But anyway, but luckily, what we think saved it is it shoved that tongue in the ground about 2 feet. We think that's what saved it from really being a projectile. Is that tongue is and still sitting in the ground about 2 feet. I think if I don't want to go out there, I'll try and get a picture. But it shoved that tongue in the ground about 2 feet. So we think that's what saved it, or however you want to say, made it safer. I don't know however you want to say that. That was an image there, and I didn't see that night. And the next morning, I'll forward some and I'll back it up a little bit. And then the next morning, come back across the road, or come back and seen there's a building across the road where there are places we got our ripper and crumbler stored in there. And like the next day, you can see like debris holes where debris from the barn had hit it and just poked holes in it. I mean, then they have an older barn back in behind, and it just, yeah, it took it, which then we didn't see on the one we put the ripper in. The south side is fine. I mean, other than where it got beat up with the other debris. But then on the north side, like it took the tin and rafters out of it. Like it yanked it out. Odd. So anyway, that's what we've seen there. And the one bin that we'd emptied, that's the first thing I thought when I seen the barn gone. I'm like, well, where's the bin? Because everybody says when you empty a bin, that's when they first take flight. And the one guy that lived there said, yeah, they're all here. Said yeah. I looked last night. Said they're all there. So I don't know how. Thank God. So anyway, went on down the road, quarter mile, where another farm is we got, and pulled in the driveway. She's got an old garage. It's been there from her parents' had, and there's another barn that's ready to fall apart. I mean, they're fine. They're standing. And I'm like, okay. It just popped down. Strong winds, got it, whatever. That's what we thought. And then we got closer next to the bin. We turned our car to the right. And I'm like, well, that barn's gone. Then where we got our row crop cultivator at, that barn's gone. It's like, holy cow. So that tore off both of them and looked a little bit further to the east. There's a storage building deal. And there's a few bays that it has, you can see, have took on heavy damage. So it got them. I think the first 3 bays, and I forget what the guy did say, but at least the first 3 bays are destroyed. Nothing was in them. I know when I talked to him, the guy was waiting on the last one to come to tell him, hey, damage, tornado, yada, yada, yada. Debris all over the fields. We got, 80 acres of tin in fields. Not as bad as it could have been. I will admit that. I mean, no, it's not good. It ain't good, period. Not counting what the neighbors had some tin as well of ours, not counting what they had. And not counting, I've not been around to our further north farms, but it looked like it just took an angle. So I can't say, I don't know, our farthest north fields might have some, but I don't think so, because it's in a very confined pact where it ran. I'll say it that way. Neighbors got a Quonset building. It ripped the top off of it and yanked it, which it's right in line with all the other. And we didn't think anything at home happened. So we hadn't got home yet. House was fine. We are fine there. We coming up the road, and the one building where we used to put our seed corn, it's dark, couldn't see it. And I'm kind of like, holy crap, where'd all this tin come from? Well, then I looked over to my left where I got my ATV or my UTV sprayer. Like the one wall out of it, like it yanked it out and took it. Like a quarter section of the wall, it just yanked it out and took it for a flight. It gone. I think we found it. But anyway, and that's all we kind of thought. Some tin loose on it. And that's all we kind of thought. And I'm like, well, crap. I'm like, well, what's tore up back here at the grain bins? And then, which ended up was the power line. When the tin went off the one barn, it took the power line down, yanked it down. So that's in process. Hopefully, it'll be fixed tomorrow. Don't really need much power there anyway, but hopefully it'll be fixed tomorrow. Come back here. I mean, every jug I had, and I've yet to look at my cameras to see what the wind looked like. I keep forgetting to do that. I need to do that here before I forget again. Like I had jugs and buckets in my lean-to and were heavily protected where they shouldn't have got out. Don't know how they did. Like, and I think I'm still 3 2.5 gallon jugs short of what I had. And I think I'm 3 5-gallon buckets short. Now, I've not looked over at Grandma's. There were some there, but I bet they're gone too. And I just now thought of that looking over there. But I had 3 or 4 back here, and I've only got 2 now. So it sucked them out of my lean-to. It went from my shop all the way down to the driveway. The buckets, I found 2. They was right out here, right in front of my shop. But no damage back here at all. Nothing. Very odd. Very confusing. But anyway, not complaining. Called my uncle and told him about it. He didn't believe me. And he come down and everything was fine here. Went back to Grandma's and we see the power line was down. And so yeah, neighbor had damage as well. A little bit tornado. So yeah. So borrowed a buddy's brush grapple. We're going to start the cleanup on today's 2. We're going to start the cleanup on Wednesday with the grapple and skid steer. Let it settle out because then came the floods. We're sitting at about. We got 7/10 the tornado night. 3 inches on Saturday morning, and added another 7 or 9/10 to that total as well. So we're wet. Now, we did dry a lot yesterday. I mean, for being cold, and we're 25 degrees for a low this morning. Very frosty. So we are wet. Could have done some cleanup this weekend, but I had a concert Thursday night, Brooks and Dunn and Indy. So, kind of had plans. I tried to use the grapple that I got, but it's for rocks, and nope, it wasn't going to work. You had to get one piece at a time, and the grapple wouldn't clamp down enough. It don't clamp down enough to make whole stuff stay tight. So I knew it wasn't going to work. Buddy said, come get it. He's not using it. He said, come grab it, use it. It's not going to be right Wednesday or tomorrow. We're going to do it just to get it done. More rain Thursday, Friday. I've heard from 7.5 inches all the way to 3. So we're wet. We were dry. Not complaining about it a bit. I mean, don't like it all at once, but we were very, very dry. Still in drought model, however you want to say that. Still in the drought map. So yeah, not complaining. Hope we get this cold and stuff out of here. Get the wet weather out of here. Yeah, I mean, if we can, not this Sunday. The 20th is Easter, I think, if I'm looking at that calendar right. If we can start planting late next week, it ain't bad. I mean, we're still not sitting bad. Would I like to have been planting the 1st of April on some beans? Oh, heck yes. But if we can be planting later next week and the week of not Mother's Day, the week of Easter, we're fine. I'm not complaining. Disappointed, yeah, but I'm not complaining because if you can plant middle of April and hope the cold stuff's out of here. Now there's all still saying wet weather, but it kind of sounds like we got a reprieve coming. Will it be a window to plant? I don't know. You just know this time when it dries up, you're going to plant. You're not going to sit and wait. Your April, let's just say your April, well, the 10th is, let's just say your April 14th. Hey, it's time to plant. Calendar says go, time to plant. Conditions are okay. So we know that it's coming, or hopefully coming quick. My new tractor is in Casey. I ain't told you that. There was a major PIP on the front end. Something about a pin. I didn't understand it, but it's down in Casey it left the Friday before the storm, but it didn't get pulled in until the Monday. Yeah, it didn't get pulled in until yesterday, so don't know if it's done. Not really worried about it because I don't need it. But I think one mechanic said if you had over 25 hours, they had to put all new parts back in it. So, yep, ding, 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 I did it. Mine had over 25 hours on it. Now, I haven't put them on there. It had 17 when I got it, but I put about 9 or 10 on it when I was working around that time and running the grain cart some. So, but that's the update. I'm getting pretty long on this one, but kind of very, very overdue update. But got some grain to haul still. I got Little John Equity's gonna come get some corn on Friday. Got that gonna happen. It would be a muddy mess right now. Anywhere, even around the bends here. Just there's so much water laying everywhere. Now the water went down yesterday. The grain bin holes, they're all still full of water, but that'll change. Another chance of rain late Wednesday, Thursday. So hope we get the 10 picked up. But other than that, we're ready to go. I get this planter done, we're good. They're going to try and bring seed out Friday, so I got to get this planter's base. I'll have it done very, very quickly. Guy's coming to look at our roof. Our roof's kind of got a leak in it. Some other issues he's going to look at. I forget what all he said now, but got a few calls into other places on some tin. We're going to try and do some fixing. So that's where we're at. Everybody's alive. Nobody got hurt. That was the main thing. The one landlord did say that they heard the freight train, and from what we've seen, I believe it. I mean, it's just, the one landlord was just, when I called her, she's like, our garage is gone. I'm like, no, your garage is fine, and your rotten tree that's been there forever is fine, and your other building's fine. She didn't believe me till the next morning. She went up and saw it, and she's like, so how did it take that and that, which she saw a tornado at her home place in Robinson a few years ago, and the mystery of how that works, I would love to know, because I don't get it. But yeah, it just, until you see it, you don't believe it. And man, that's just one thing that I still can't believe. But yeah, made the news. I was not on the news, but the pictures are on the news of what damage was done. How guy around Cleon, he had an old feed bin, kind of, I think it put it out in the road, which there are many 1,000 bushel bins. They're not big. One shed dissipated. That's kind of really where they said around Toledo where it started, but I think around Cleon, right in that area, really got it. We go mushroom hunting, we'll know a lot more of what trees and all that got it, but I just don't see much trees really got a bunch. But we'll know a lot more. Over towards east of Marshall, they had a hog farm. Another one went right through a hog farm, and just sounded like it was bad. I think I saw they hauled out. Said yesterday, somebody said they hauled out 15 trailer loads of hogs of you name it size to other places just to get rid of them, because they got a mess. I think this tornado was on the ground. Illinois and Indiana, the one that hit here was on the ground 49 miles, 49.2 mile. It crossed over into Indiana, so basically 44 miles in Illinois was on the ground or doing damage, and done 5 miles of damage in Indiana. So, and I think they said one of the longest tornadoes on the ground. Not that I want to hear that or be in that, but yeah, that's what they're saying. It's one of the longest ones that's been on the ground. Wasn't a big one, but I don't. I'm glad it wasn't because I don't want to see what a big one could do. I mean, that's the first thing I thought when we come back and we started seeing that. I'm like, man, what am I going to find in my shop and all that? But luckily, we're all okay. Yeah. I mean, I did see some buildings that like yanked the poles around. So yeah, the raw power. But that's my update. I'm way too long here anyway. But hope y'all enjoy the update. Maybe in 10 days we'll see some planting. Fingers crossed.